Well, my name is Robb Krueger, and I'm a first-year MFA candidate in acting here at the Department of Theater and Dance at Mankato State University.
I'm Shelley Whitehead, and I'm a first-year master's student in theater as well.
And we are playing George and Martha in the production of Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf here at MSU, which opens on Thursday, October 14th, and runs through Sunday the 24th.
We're an interesting couple. We've been married for 23 years, and like all couples, we've gone through our ups and downs, and we're going to be exploring the culmination of those ups and downs through this play.
Yeah. This is not... I don't want to say too much about the play itself. I think really the surprises and the shocks that come in the course of this very funny, very sad, sometimes violent, definitely twisted marriage would be best left to the viewer. But it's definitely not a positive portrait of this particular marriage. You're seeing two people whose love for each other, and you think they do love each other, but their disappointments, disillusionments, their hopes, their dreams have conflicted for all 23 years of their marriages, and the ways that they've found to enable their marriage along have caused most of the problems in their marriage.
This is actually, there's a movie version of this as well with Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, and I think people might be familiar with that. And it's kind of exciting to be doing something that is so iconic, yet I have not seen the movie completely. Have you ever?
Oh, yeah. I've seen the film. If you haven't seen it, don't see it before you come to see the play. Come see the play first.
Yeah. Well,
be surprised.
Well, that's exactly it. And what I love is that I haven't seen it, so there will be no on purpose Elizabeth Taylor moments. And the actual process of developing this character has been intriguing. Our director, Heather Hamilton, has worked very hard at, first of all, allowing us the freedom and then giving us suggestions on where to go. I am by nature not a very cool person. And so this has been, she keeps telling me, be meaner, be more acid. And so it's fun to go there. It's kind of like a punching bag. You're my punching bag.
Yeah.
This is my stress reliever because I get to yell at them.
Yeah. I mean, really, I don't want to give much away. What you've really got is a marriage where one of the partners has so dominated the other that the other is cowed, and it's what you get to see is this evening where this couple invites two other people over for guests, and the things that are in their personalities trigger what is the final explosion in this marriage, and the audience gets to see, as they say in the script, blood, carnage, and all.
Well, and Heather likened it to sitting out at a restaurant and having two couples there, and one couple fighting, and the other couple sitting there uncomfortably. I think we've all been in that situation, whether it's our parents or someone we know. So you take that and you blow it up about 100 times, and that's what's going to happen in the show. Is that uncomfortable? I feel sorry for the other two, because they just don't know what to do with themselves as we're ripping each other apart.
Yeah, and if we do it right, the audience will be just as uncomfortable. Ooh, there's something to bring you in the door.
Yeah.
Come get uncomfortable.
I do love the fact that it's also funny. There's a lot of humor in this show, and it's very fast-paced. Edward Albee wanted it to be fast-paced, and so we're doing a nod to that, making sure we're keeping it conversational and real. You should feel like you're sitting around looking in these people's home, and you're a voyeur. That's really what it needs to be.
And this is definitely one glass house where you do not want any more stones thrown. There's plenty of them flying inside it. Yeah. Well, the rehearsal process has been very similar to when we were working on 12 Angry Men. We walked in the door there, and of course, once you're on stage, you never leave. Martha and I are on stage for almost the entire play. We do. And it is quite the process. You have to... Dr. Hustles has this term that he uses called active listening. A lot of the challenge of the role is that when you're not talking, which for me is not very often, George is very talkative, but when he's not talking, you're sitting there listening to things that Shelley's saying as Martha, that Clayton Rutshaw was saying as Nick, that Molly Tucker says. And Molly's this wonderfully inane little birdie wifey, very, very drunk character, and the things she says are inane. And you listen to them and you're reacting, but it's a major ensemble piece. We're there, we're out there. One of the things Heather is constantly coaching us on is, okay, you need to be more this, you need to react to this means this to you. And so even though you've got no lines, you're constantly on. There's never a spot where you can just sit there and listen. You've got to constantly react because everybody's reactions are going to spark something. Like for me, the big thing is everything that Nick, this young, attractive teacher at the college, says is going to affect my relationship with Martha, because Martha is very obviously, eyeing this man, and so and Heather will turn to me and she'll say, "Okay, what that means this to you," and we need to see a reaction to that.
The rehearsal process has been a lot of fun for me to watch the other two, the Nick and Honey characters, because Honey is hilarious. Molly has done such a fantastic job of making her, because she gets hammered, but it's real. It's real. It's not a fake drunk, and it's. I have to not watch her sometimes because I get distracted and I kind of start giggling to myself at the stuff she's doing. And she's really worked hard. Clayton's dedication to this character has been intense too. Both of them have come prepared, and I'm so supportive. I think it's interesting when you have a small cast how supportive you can be of each other, and I think that will come across, because there are times we're nice to each other on stage. Rare, but there are those times, and so hopefully the audience can see our true, genuine affection for each other. I think that'd be a real gift that we can give.
Well, I think the biggest draw for people to come to see the show is that it's a cautionary tale, that this could be you. If you will, George and Martha have taken to extremes these lies and fictions that they have built up in their marriage. George has definitely enabled all of these destructive and hurtful behaviors that Martha has had. And, of course, Martha keeps going because that's where she gets her reinforcement. So, really the thing people can get from coming to see the show is, to live your life honestly, to express your love fully, and to appreciate this. It is a true classic. It is, for all of its darkness, for all of the cruelty that's depicted, it's really a wonderful play, and it is a good depiction of people that really do love each other, don't you think?
Also, I think that it's a chance to say, I'm glad that's not me.
Definitely.
It might put into perspective your own relationships and say, I love you, thanks for not doing that to me, because that would hurt. So, yeah. It's also just entertainment value. It's got a lot of entertainment value in it, too.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you won't be able to take your eyes off of once you start watching.
That's good.